And good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome out to Buffalo Wild Wings here in Alexandria, Louisiana for Around the Diamond with Coach Turney and Coach Marks. And I'm Nick Magnano. He's Danny Clear. We're joined by Coach Turney. And, man, welcome out here.
Thank you.
Family obligations, but, man, you made it. I appreciate it.
I do. Yeah, it's a little tough on Sunday evenings. We got the kids there. It's bath time. It's dinner time. So I'll be flying in the door here at 7 o'clock every week. So.
Shout out to the unsung heroes at home taking care of everything,
yes,
right?
That's correct.
100%.
A lot of people forget that the coaches do have families back home, and we appreciate them all. So, Coach, come into this week, your power rating's 13, and man, you had a rough schedule this past week, but you guys did well with it. So
we did. We started off the week with Grant. That was a tough team right there. We went out. I felt like we played a pretty complete game there. Bats were on fire again. I think we hit the double-digit column in hits again, which we've done for, I think, 6 or 7 games this year so far. So offensively, we've been doing well. Dropped another 2 home runs. Our 8th grader hit her 4th of the year, and Sophie hit her 2nd. And then went Mamu on Thursday. Played another complete game there. I felt like we started off a little bit slow, but the bats came back around. I think we put up another 13 hits that game, beat them 11-2. But coming into the weekend, I tell you what, that was a tough test. We had Ouachita Parish, and then we had North DeSoto on Friday, and then 5A Pineville on Saturday. So I mean, there wasn't no slowing down come Friday.
yeah, and what tournament was that exactly?
That was Ash's.
That was Ash's tournament. Okay.
Johnny Downs.
Yeah, and so you're able to get all 3 games. Were you scheduled for any more, or is that it?
No, we were scheduled for that, but we were supposed to be 1 on Friday, 2 on Saturday.
Oh,
and with the threat of rain on Saturday, they moved it to 2 Friday evening and then the 1 game on Saturday morning. But we did get it all in. I think we got drizzled on a little bit on Saturday morning, but it wasn't bad.
Yeah, so you guys, I see where you played. So what time did you end up playing your 2nd game on Friday?
It was a scheduled 8 o'clock start, but, you know, games like that, I mean, softball games are not going to last 2 hours, not in a tournament setting like that. So ours was a high-scoring game. The game that we were waiting on was a high-scoring game. So we didn't end up starting our 2nd game till probably 9:15 or so.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think we got out of there at 11:30 and then had a 10. We were back at the clubhouse at 8 o'clock the next morning. So
yeah,
that's what I told them. Hey, get ready for the grind. It's a late night and an early turnaround. So this is what you want to do. Let's do it.
Yeah,
we're you know, baseball, and you played baseball and been through it enough, but softball is a little different world for us, for Nick and I. You've had 5 games in a span of 5 days last week. What goes into your pitching rotation with something like that?
And that's something I'm still getting used to right now, too, because I still chart the pitchers just like I did in baseball. So, I mean, I see that triple-digit number, that 100 creeps up, and I start talking to my other coaches because they know more than me. I'm like, well, what are we looking at? What are we looking at? I talk to Kaylee. I talk to Sophie when them pitch counts get high. How you feeling? So Kaylee was up to the task to take all the games this week. I mean, it's incredible what the arm in softball can do versus baseball.
Natural motion.
Yeah, it's more of a natural motion, so they don't get as sore. I think they get a little bit of tiredness, but they don't get sore like baseball players do for sure.
How many pitchers, I mean, quote unquote, do you have? I mean, in theory.
I've got 2 that I go to. I've got some younger ones that throw as well, but 2 that I'd call pitchers.
Okay, I got you. And that, once again, big difference. We were talking the show before, and you know, in baseball, our baseball coach from earlier said, "Man, I 5 to 7," and he said,
"You got 10 pitchers on a staff on the baseball team. I mean,
right.
And then you might have 3 or 4 more other throwers that can go up there and eat up some innings, but." What these girls go through, and it's impressive to me.
The transition, and I know that, you know, this is the first year, but what has been the easiest transition for you, and what's been the most difficult?
Like I said, difficult is the pitching side of it. That's stuff I'm still learning. I work with Charles, our pitching coach. I try to get into bullpens as much as I can. I know Kaylee, she's had lessons with Steve McNamara for a long time, so I try to pick up little bits I can on that. That's been the toughest side for me. And I think the most fun side is getting back to the closeness of the game, how quick it is. I mean, it goes so fast. And I mean, you're in the 7th inning before you know it. I mean, it's close quarters, but then the reaction time those girls have is pretty impressive.
Yeah, it's crazy. It's crazy watching it. It's really impressive whenever you see it live, which we definitely encourage everybody out there. Come watch the games in person. Come watch them live. and then go back and watch them on 446 Sports if they're broadcast. What is your admission rate? What does it cost to get into your games?
It's $10, and then it's $10 for adults, and then $5 for students and kids like 12 and older. But 12 and under are free.
Okay, good deal. And back to full squad now that basketball's over. I mean, don't get me wrong, we wish basketball would have went further, but back to full squad.
Yeah, we were cheering for them, but I was also happy to get them back out here because the number ones are a definite difference from the number twos.
So, yeah, and coming up, like I said, I know we're here, man. You have Tioga this week, and then you go into district, which we'll talk about that later. But up to this point, I don't know, obviously expectations are to win and everything, but is there anything the first part of the season that's kind of surprised you with your record or with the results? Or
I think just the Jekyll and Hyde that we've had so far, that's been surprising to me. Because like I said, we show up to a game against Ash and we go out there and we score 11 runs and we ended up taking the victory in that one. And then we show up this weekend to some more 5A teams and it was a completely different team. I mean, offensively we were still working our way and getting our hits, but defensively I felt like we weren't there. Like we didn't show up as well as we should have. I thought there was a lot of balls that went into the air that should have been caught that didn't. And baseball gods and softball gods are the same way. After you make an error, especially a 2-out error, it seems like somebody jumped ship.
Well, I feel like
and it happened a few times this weekend. We'd make a timely error, and next thing you know, the next person goes yard, and it blows the game open, and it's hard to jump back from those.
I feel like for softball, the momentum is a much bigger part of the game.
It really
than
is,
it is
because
in
like I said, it's such close quarters and it's so quick that you've got to get on that momentum and you've got to stay on it. There's not the lulls in the game like there is in baseball. I mean, it's action-packed the entire time.
So we talk about short memory. Every athlete needs one, and we talked about it in baseball in particular, but it's even that much more important in softball because, like I said, you have that error, and guess what? You're usually the first one that comes up the bat.
Right.
Or you strike out, then the ball finds you.
The ball will certainly
that's
find
right.
you, and we have stressed that all year. I mean, I talk about this game, and it's so quick. It's a series of moments, okay? And we got to be in each moment, and if we happen to make a mistake in that moment, we've got to let that moment go. We got to figure out how to get that outlet and get back in the next one because, like you said, they swing at first pitches a lot in softball. They're trying to do something. You got the slappers that make it more interesting, so the moment comes back at you real quick.
Gotcha. Coach, looking at your schedule, I mean, this there's no slouches on this schedule. That's very, like I said, I know you're not, really, you really would rather have a better record, but there's the games that you've lost. I mean, you've competed in, with the probably exception of this weekend, but you guys are playing a very hard, difficult schedule.
We are, but I mean that's what you want. I mean, if you want to battle test these girls and get them ready for that stretch, I know we didn't. I would have much rather been 7-4 right now, 8-3 instead of 5-6. But you know what? Like we come into next week, we got another tough one against Tioga. But if we hit the ground running, we can turn this thing around coming into district.
Well, look, and just as well as anything, it don't matter what you're doing right now. What are you doing 2 weeks from now, 3 weeks from now? Are you getting hot? Are your pitchers throwing strikes? Are you scoring runs when it comes time for district and you start rolling into the playoffs? And again, we talk about that momentum that carries you in, and you win games maybe that you shouldn't because of the momentum, because of the way you've battle tested early and moved on through the season.
Right, and that's kind of what I've talked to the girls about. I mean, we've got to be continuing to climb as we get into the playoffs. Once we pass district, we want to be playing good at district. Once we get through district, we want to be playing better. Once we get into the playoffs, we want to keep taking those steps forward and not play our best softball until the end.
Right. And it's hard to believe, Coach, and we're about to take a break, but it's hard to believe that we're halfway through the season.
Yeah.
I mean, it doesn't look like,
there's some tournament games that aren't on there yet, but I think we passed the third of the way mark already, and that's what I told the girls. We had a meeting, when was it, Tuesday or Wednesday when we came back from after the first game this week. Told them, look, we're a quarter of the way through the season already, and by this weekend we'll be a third, and eyes just lit up. I told you when we started in August. It's going to be here before you know it. It's going to be over before you know it. So we got to prepare.
Yeah, it does come quick. Well, we're going to go ahead and take our first break. Like I said, you're watching Around the Diamond with Turney and Marks on 446 Sports. We'll be right back after these messages.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier. Transactions are getting safer. And you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
At Wallace Eye Associates, right now is the best time to have your cataracts removed. A new year means a new deductible, so if you're just not seeing as well as you used to, schedule your cataract evaluation today. It's fully covered by all medical insurances, including Medicare. You never need a referral at Wallace Eye Associates, and our method of next-generation cataract care is the most affordable in the state. There's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
And we're back at Buffalo Wild Wings here in Alexandria, Louisiana. Can you two hear us down there?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good deal. Want to go ahead and introduce yourselves?
I'm Emma Davis.
Nope.
Oh, we can't hear the one on the end. Number 4. Let's try again. Work out the technical difficulties. Good thing about this show is we can go a little over. So Emma, we'll go ahead and start with you. Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
Okay. All right. So just real quick, not favorite place to eat, but favorite food to eat.
Probably gumbo.
Gumbo. That's a good one. We had Mexican earlier. Both people earlier on the other baseball show said Mexican.
Yeah, and no offense to the Mexican down here, but it's not.
Well,
I miss my New Mexican food.
While we're working on the technical difficulties here. So Emma, what grade are you in?
I'm a sophomore.
Sophomore. How long have you been at Menard? Did you come in 7th grade? Or?
I did.
Okay.
Since
Softball
7th
the whole time?
Yes, sir.
Any other sports?
I used to play basketball, but
Okay.
just softball now.
Just softball. Now, when did you make that decision?
This year.
Okay. And one thing I learned Emma, and Emma's dad and I were teammates in football and baseball way back 30 years ago, by the way. We can pick on him about that. So if you want any trade secrets, just let us know.
Yes, sir.
But,
Hello?
Yes.
Oh,
We got it.
Much better.
Yes.
Go ahead and introduce yourself.
I'm Addie Wright.
Addie Ray? Okay, Addie, how long have you been at Menard?
Since 7th grade.
7th grade. And what grade are you in now?
I'm a sophomore.
So two young sophomores.
Got a
Okay.
lot of young ones on the team this year.
Okay. Addie, favorite food?
Pizza.
Pizza. That's a good one, too. We do have some good pizza places,
There are
right,
some
Coach?
good pizza places,
All right,
sir.
good deal, good deal. So positions, Emma, what position do you play?
I play shortstop.
Oh, okay.
First base.
First base. Does she throw the ball well?
Sometimes.
Sometimes. So you have to work, huh? So does
little bit.
she bail you out?
Mm-hmm.
Good
Sometimes.
deal. Sometimes. Oh, well,
Sometimes.
I've always heard with the girls you're going to get the honesty. With the boys they'll kind of fudge for each other a little bit. So give me a favorite memory, Emma. Favorite memory of Menard softball.
Probably my 7th grade year winning district championship.
Oh, okay. That's interesting. 7th grade.
Let's see. I think going to the playoffs, just riding the buses, getting a charter bus, those are always fun. So
I coached an all-star game 2 years in a row, and they went through, and every player they asked them. These were all seniors. They asked their favorite memory. 90% of them was the bus ride.
Oh, yeah.
That's interesting,
The
Coach.
bus rides are interesting. Let me tell you.
Yeah.
Coming back from Mahmoud the other night was interesting, and I will leave it at that.
They
They weren't quiet the entire time.
That's good. So Coach Turney, any? I know he's only worked with you guys for a season. Any interesting stories that we can say on TV?
Not yet.
Not yet.
Not yet. You know.
That's a good thing, Coach. So, so shortstop, playing that in softball, okay? I mean, a lot of stuff in the air. Is the stuff on the ground? Is it 50-50? What, I mean?
I think both. I used to play second all my other years, and so I'm kind of getting used to playing short. It's a lot different, but I would say both.
Okay. And look, I'm not very familiar with it. I apologize. But at first base, if there's a runner on first, they can't leave until the ball's pitched. So you don't traditionally, you're not on the bag before the
Correct.
pitch, but you can go after the lead off. I mean, after they lead off and everything.
I usually, like, once the ball is pitched and crosses the plate, then I'll go to the bag.
Okay.
It's
You guys
typically
get
over
to
there
do-
for back picks because they take off that running lead as the pitcher throws it. It's a lot different to baseball having leads and pickoffs and all that. And
You took my question, Coach. I was going to ask about the back pick. No, good stuff.
no,
Good
no,
stuff.
we definitely work on that. Kate throws behind them well, and she does a good job. I tell her to throw the ball as much as she can. If she feels like she gets them, let it fly. Let it fly.
Okay. So where do you bat in the lineup?
I used to bat first, but this weekend I was batting third.
Okay. How about you?
Like 6, 7.
Six? Okay. That's
Yeah,
part of it.
ask Addie. She was real happy this week. I had her up here. She ended up with 7 hits this week, and she struggled to start off the year. So ask her what it feels like to have a batting average now.
Exciting. Thank goodness. Took long enough.
That is Coach Turney at 446.com, not Nick at 446.com. So no worries. So and you said that you used to play second base. This year you transferred to short?
Yes,
okay.
sir.
And which one I mean, not trying to put you on the spot, but you have a preference?
Not really. I
Okay.
mean, like I said, shortstop's a lot different and a lot more balls to you, but I was so comfortable with second, so I like both though.
I got you. Played first your whole career? Or?
Yeah,
Okay.
basically.
Are you left-handed?
Well,
No?
I bat left-handed.
You bat left-handed, but you throw right-handed?
Right.
She's an
Okay.
imposter.
She's
That's what I
No,
call
he
them,
says that,
imposters.
but I do everything with my left hand besides throw. So I mean,
Okay, that's interesting, you know. But hey, that's part of it. It's all good. It's all good. What's something so far this season that? Well, I'll start with you. So far this season, that's really been exciting and it's been a change from last year. Is there anything comes to mind?
I think we're hitting the ball really well, and that's always exciting. Gets the games going.
Yeah,
Scoring a lot.
I watched the Grant game, and y'all hit the ball well.
Yes,
You
sir.
know? How about for you? Anything that's
yeah, I think that chemistry, like getting new players on the team, like having to like figure out how to work with them, like that's fun.
You know, I was talking to the previous show that we have, and it's Grace Christian, and it's the baseball team, and they're, you know, they can do 7th through 12th grade. And that's the thing that impresses me. I coached there for a long time, and being involved with Menard Athletics, that's the thing that's impressed me so much about these young ladies, but also every group. They invite the 7th and 8th graders. They take them in. They mentor them, you know, on the field and stuff, and they're very aware. Other schools, if you're a freshman, you usually get picked, or usually, you know, carry the ball bag and stuff like that. But
That's the one thing that I love about this smaller school like
Yes.
this is you have that environment. You have the younger girls that come in that are a part of your program. And I mean, we've had, 3 8th graders play already this year. So our junior high is really involved with the program. And for them to be able to have that year after year and for these older girls to take them under their wing like that, it's awesome. Because like you said, you go to those big schools. I went to a high 5A school when I was in high school. And your freshman year, you got hazed, you got pushed to the side. I mean, you were nothing until you actually put your work in. But everybody's family from the get-go here, and it's an awesome environment.
yeah, so it's good to hear, like you said, that you're talking about embracing the new athletes that are there and stuff. What's your roster size this year?
I think we have 18 total,
Okay.
and 5 of them are 7th and 8th grade.
Okay. How many seniors do you have?
2.
2 seniors. Okay. So that's good. Is there anything you want to tell that camera right there about coming out and supporting you all? You know, the style of play. Anything you just brag about your team for a second before we let you go.
Come watch us play at Menard.
Hey, that'll work. How about you?
Yeah, just come watch us play, I guess. It's pretty fun out there.
Look, let me tell you one thing. These young ladies will probably tell you they would rather play 30 softball games than be on this camera for 10 minutes, and I understand that completely. So we appreciate you being here. We look forward to seeing you guys. There's going to be a lot more broadcasts now that you guys are playing at home. So we look forward to seeing and appreciate y'all being here. We're going to take our next break. You're watching Around the Diamond with Turney and Marks on 446 Sports.
Good.
Check out some of our recent work at the Panthers Stadium. In addition to custom signs and banners, we also handle custom trophies, custom awards, custom vehicle wraps, and more. Give us a call. We handle projects large and small.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone. Day or night, wherever you are, or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
Are home problems turning your life upside down? Trust Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing to save the day. From keeping you comfortable to plumbing repairs and even generators, we do it all. Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing, your one-stop solution for AC, plumbing, and generators. If you need us to save the day for you, call Southern Air Cooling, Heating, and Plumbing or visit us online at southernairnow.com.
And welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings here for Around the Diamond with Turney and Marks. And we are now joined by Sawyer Shelton, our BU Designs Player of the Week. Congratulations, young lady.
Thank you.
Tell you what, there's a lot more spirit. There's a lot more, spirit on the softball side from what I've seen at the shows, that is. So Sawyer batted .450, 9 hits, 1 double, 1 triple, and 6 RBI. We say RBI or RBIs?
RBIs.
RBIs. That's cool. I like that. So if you would, Coach, hand that to Miss Sawyer.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
And I think we determined there's no relationship to JD on the baseball side.
No, sir.
So Sawyer, what position you play?
I play center field.
Okay. You like it out there?
Yes, sir. I've played there all 5 years.
Okay. What grade you in?
I'm a junior.
Okay. Man, you do have a young team.
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Good deal. So yeah. So where you bat in the lineup?
I go between the 1 and 2 hole mainly.
Okay.
I have been for 4 years now, and I really like it at the top.
You like to slap, bunt? What do you like to do?
Yes, sir. I really switch it up a little bit. I just read the defense mainly. If they're playing out, then I'll do a little infield ground ball, and then if they're playing up, which I love when they play up, because it makes me feel like they can't trust me.
So in softball, infield ground ball is a good thing.
Yeah.
Okay.
When you're quick like this and you're already running when you
Yeah.
get out of the box, it's a good thing.
Good deal.
I've seen her hit ground balls to first and beat the ball there.
That's what I'm talking about.
It's a lot different.
How long have you been at Menard?
Since 7th grade.
Okay, so you've been there the whole time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good deal. And you've been on the team the whole time?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Center, outfield the whole time?
Yes, sir.
Okay, good deal. Nothing wrong with that. So how surprised you are that you...
I'm pretty surprised because my whole team has been doing really, really well, so I think we all deserved it.
That's a good teammate right there, Coach.
It really is.
That's a good teammate. I tell you what, we're going to go since she's so well spoken and everything. We're going to, if you don't mind, we're going to keep you on this segment, and we're going to talk about this week coming up. Okay, you have Tioga.
Tioga coming up Tuesday at their place. It's going to be another tough game. Like you said, we've had them stacked up, but it's a good tough test to see where we're at right before we head into Oakdale on Thursday.
Good deal. You ready for district? I know we want Tioga first, but you ready for district roll around?
I'm very ready for district. I think we have a tough competition for district, but I think we can handle it.
What have you thought about the schedule so far?
In the beginning, it was easier, but it's getting harder every day, and I think it's only getting better for playoffs.
That's good answer there. Good answer. So Oakdale on what's Thursday?
It's Thursday.
Okay,
Yeah, we're at their place. It's going to be a wild crowd. Typically, any sport down in Oakdale, doesn't matter if it's baseball, football, basketball, they get rowdy. So.
Do you like go? I mean, we don't want to give any bulletin board material, but isn't it just something about going on the road and winning?
Definitely. And the bus ride home is the best part.
There we go.
Because we just celebrate.
There's another bus ride.
I feel sorry. I coached for 25 years soccer, and we always had parents that would bring the kids to the games. And I kind of feel sorry that I never did that for the kids.
It's interesting, and like I said, even when you go play on at the higher levels, and you got longer bus rides, and you're talking 13, 14 hours. I mean, her dad probably knows. He played pro ball for a little bit too. Them long bus rides can get interesting, but they're definitely memories. Okay, and that's the thing that everybody misses when they're done playing. It's not the stuff on the field; it's what you did with your teammates, clubhouse, road trips, things like that. So,
have you had a favorite moment so far in your Menard softball career?
I would say last year's game against Notre Dame. Even though we lost, it was still like the best, most exciting game I've ever been a part of.
So it's not being up here and winning this plaque, Coach.
That's second.
I tell you.
Second.
So. And and look, maybe we can get some little redemption with Notre Dame this year. That'd be. I know we need to focus on the season start out.
I don't think we'll see them in the playoffs this year. We dropped to Division 4.
We were talking about that earlier.
We were the only sport at Menard that did.
We were because we were looking at D3 like softball and okay. Well, Coach, let's talk about that difference. I mean, like I said, without any bulletin board material, difference in S3 and S4.
I don't think the competition goes as deep, but you still have some good teams out there that you got to get by. Kinder's really good. You got Opelousas Catholic, they're pretty good. So, I mean, we're not going to see any slouches once we get there. So, I mean, even though they are smaller schools, they're going to play like them big schools, and that's what I'm trying to get them ready for.
Good deal. Anything you want to tell that camera to the fans out there, the people to come support you all, or anything?
Please come support us all week, and especially during district, because we definitely need it and could use all the love and support.
Yeah, I do have a question for you. Okay. Best food. Okay, not your preference. Best food, baseball or softball? Or do you know?
Best food, like in the concession stand?
No, like that they give people. Yeah. Yeah, is there any comparison, or is that just something a big guy like me is interested in?
Personally, the best food is Mr. Waylon LaRue's, hands down.
All right,
and we get that on both sides.
Okay,
it's the best of both worlds.
Okay, just checking. All right, I was just because, and the reason why I'm telling you that is because Tom Boucher was doing the softball and basketball and football for years. Well, we've got a new crew now that's going to be doing the softball, and we've been bragging about the food the whole time. So we need to make sure that we take care of the broadcasters, Coach.
Take care.
We'll take care of them. So, Sawyer, congratulations. I know it's a proud moment for you. It was a big week for you, and we hope that continues. Coach, anything for this week that you want to talk to that camera and tell the fans or the girls before we break and go to baseball?
I think it's going to be an exciting week. Like I said, I know it was a rough weekend, but anytime I've challenged these girls, they've usually responded. So I think they're going to come out and play hard this week. So it's going to be an exciting week of softball.
Excellent. She's Sawyer Shelton. This is Coach Brad Turney, Danny Clear, and also Chuck Perkins. I'm Nick Magnano. We're going to wrap up the softball side, and we're going to bring in Coach Byers for baseball side, and we'll take a break. You're watching Around the Diamond with Turney and Marks.
Like a pro.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. .446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
And welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings. We're around the diamond with Turney and Marks. Oh, we don't have a Marks right now. So I text him. I said, look, Coach, I said, for your excused absence, we need a picture of the ring. And he sent a picture of the ring. Coach Jordan's on the way back from Monroe, West Monroe with his daughter. They were in a championship game tonight, had a tournament weekend. So good to see that he's involved with that and having a good time. And I hope they have safe travels. So we're joined by Coach Riley Byers. And tell us about yourself.
I played a little ball over at Louisiana Christian in Town St. Played under Coach Burns.
Okay.
So, me and Coach Jordan have a lot of the same philosophies when it comes to coaching. We both get our stuff from Coach Burns. And went up the road, coached a little at Grant last year under Jesse Stallings, and then made the move over here this summer.
What year did you graduate from LCU?
2023.
And it was education, or are you non-faculty? I mean, you work at the school or you non-faculty?
I work at the school.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm a teacher.
What do you teach?
History, so U.S. history, world geo, and world history.
Oh, good. Good stuff.
Yep.
So that was my favorite subject, actually. Well, actually, excuse me. Shop was my favorite subject, okay? But history was my second favorite.
It's fun to talk about here and there.
I would imagine being a history teacher right now is very interesting.
It is, yeah.
A lot of things changing, a lot of current things going on, and I'm not talking about political side, but I'm talking about just in countries and stuff. So a lot of different things going on.
You're able to kind of tie the stuff that you talk about, even in World War I, World War II, and the stuff that's going on now, and it kind of being able to make that connection makes sparks a little bit more of an interest when you can connect it to current events and stuff.
Cool, good deal. What do you? Is there a focus for you on the coaching staff? Do you focus on anything specific?
I'm kind of all around. I'm on staff as a hitting coach mainly.
Okay.
And then I work with the infielders a lot. While Coach Logan Nicholson works with the pitchers in the outfield, and I would say mainly my big focus when I work with the guys is controlling the little things. Things I harp on is controlling the controllables, winning the freebie battle. So approach at the plate, right? We don't want to get soft contact. We want to find the pitch we're going to hit, know the pitches that we can and cannot hit, right? And attacking those pitches early in the count, not getting in pitchers' counts, stuff like that. I think we've done a good job of that. As they've been slowly buying in to what we want to do. You heard it a million times this year. We have a young team, but over, I'd say especially over this last week, you see these guys getting a little more comfortable with what we expect, and on top of what Coach Jordan expects, even more so what I expect out of my hitters. When I coach a team, I expect them to be a certain way, right? And that's playing error-free baseball. Making the plays you're supposed to make, playing sound, smart baseball, I would say, more than anything. And then having good at bats, manufacturing runs. I recently created a mantra for them that if you're anywhere near the dugout, you hear me say it, everyone, win this inning, right? And that just essentially just means, take that 7-inning game, shrink it down into 1-inning games, right? If 95% of the time, if you win more innings than you lose and you put up a crooked number, you're going to win. And you give up, and you win the freebie battle, obviously. So just kind of getting them to buy into that a little more, and they've kind of been buying into it a little more in this week. We had a good week last week where I saw them starting to enjoy the game a little more.
So we talked to Coach Jordan after the game a little bit, but you can expound on it or elaborate. But had a rough week the week before. And, we didn't have a show, so we're good. We're not going to go over that. But he talked about the break he gave the guys for a day or so. And then you come in and got to work. And, look, it showed. You guys found a lot of barrels on Thursday night. Or Friday night. You found a lot of barrels. Like you talked about, you hit the ball where you should. There was a lot of times they turned out to be base hits, but you was hitting behind runners. You was moving runners. We had several people. Coach Adams stopped by and was talking to us after the game. He's like, man, that was impressive. You guys had runners in position. You put the ball in play, move runners, and then when you had runners in scoring position. You brought them home. So talk to us about the preparation going into that game and then the game itself.
We did have a break, but I think a lot of that started on Monday. We had 2 sub-varsity games that we went over to Pineville and played. And I think, when you lose 7 straight, you're a guy that cares about the outcome. It's hard to find the fun in a game, right? So I think Monday got us back on track in a big deal. That being able to enjoy it. I told my big speech before the game was just, this doesn't matter. It doesn't go towards PowerPoints. It doesn't go towards anything. Just play loose, right? And they did that, and that started where they were finding barrels. We had a runner at third, less than 2 outs. They were shortening up, having a team at bat, getting them in, and then shout out Carson Albanian and James and Tishner. They both went deep fly in the sub-varsity games. So I saw them being more comfortable in the box and playing a little more loose. You see a lot of, when you see underclass hitters that don't have a whole lot of varsity experience. I mean, we have a few guys that are freshmen that, are playing loose because they played high levels of baseball. But a lot of them are, they're nervous to make a mistake, or they feel like, oh, if I play bad this game, I'm going to get pulled, because that's the mindset that they had because they didn't have a whole lot of opportunities the year before. So that's kind of what I saw going in on Monday and then going into Friday against Grant is, they felt like it was a game that they should win. So they played with that confidence that they know, okay, I'm at the plate, I'm going to do damage. We have runners in scoring position, I'm going to shorten up and do a job here. I would even say that we probably could have done a little better job of it. We got on top of them those first 2 innings and then kind of started playing a little more lax. If you look at it, we left 14 runners on base in a 14-0 ball game. So, I'd like to see us clean a little bit of that up. Less big swings with runners in scoring position. Playing a full game, playing a complete game, not just getting on a team. You saw what happened when you play a team like, that happened in the Tioga game, is they came out firing. That was the type of baseball we want to play for 5 1/3. And then the 6th inning happens, and they start to unravel a little bit. They loosen up. So just when we're going into the thick of the schedule, and next week district play starts, I'd like to see them just tighten up on those little things and stay focused for the complete 7 rather than just 5 1/2.
And this schedule you've played, it was a very difficult schedule.
It was,
you guys didn't shy away from anybody. And of course we've talked about it as well. If you're able to play 2 of those tournament games, and then you're able to play 2 games that were postponed, you're probably sitting at 7-7, right. So I know that would have made a little bit of difference, in the mindset for sure.
Yeah, and I even think, with the schedule we played, if we just take care of business how we were supposed to, you're looking at it completely, we were looking at maybe 500 or better. The Tiger game, that's a game that got away from us. And I think Buckeye is a game that we just kind of came out flat.
Yeah.
But I go back to the other side of the ball on this game in particular. But I know the Tioga game, we started out, we pitched well, threw strikes. This game here was another game where we come out and we threw strikes. And on that side, there was some strides made on the pitching mound.
Yeah.
Friday night too.
On the Grant game.
Yeah. With JD through, a couple solid innings. Tishner come in, probably threw as best as he's thrown.
Yeah.
Throwing strikes, and then Rob came in and again he continued to throw strikes and let them make outs. And I think a lot in the other games that hasn't happened. We've probably put some runners on base and gave some and got us down early.
Yeah.
And I think that maybe hitting's contagious. hopefully throwing strike going forward is going to get contagious.
I agree. Yeah, and I think as they continue to get innings and gain their confidence up a little bit, I think that was the difference. I mean, they all three of those guys that threw against Grant, they all have the stuff to be good pitchers for us, right? And we believe that. So 4 walks and 5 innings, that's about what we expect from them. When we see them through their offseason bullpens, we knew that Kisher's going to be a guy for us. He has the stuff to be great. He just needed to find himself. It was all mental. And I felt like that Grant game on Friday went a good deal towards gaining their confidence, especially going into district play.
Well, good deal. Well, I'll tell you what, we're going to go ahead and take our first break of the baseball side. You're watching Around the Diamond with Turney and Marks on 446 Sports.
Our mobile banking app is changing the way we bank. Things are getting easier, transactions are getting safer, and you have access 24/7. All the functionality of banking you're used to, made easier to use, anywhere, anytime, and more secure than ever. Simple, seamless, safe. Download our mobile app today.
In Central Louisiana, you might see me at the ballparks or soccer fields, or we might cross paths at the grocery store. I'm your local Farm Bureau insurance agent, your local expert when it comes to protecting what you love and depend on. I'm Jason Hawk. Learn more about how Farm Bureau insurance can save you time and money. So talk to Hawk at 318-791-HAWK and let me help you protect your biggest investments. Real service, real people. Farm Bureau Insurance.
At Wallace Eye Associates, right now is the best time to have your cataracts removed. A new year means a new deductible, so if you're just not seeing as well as you used to, schedule your cataract evaluation today. It's fully covered by all medical insurances, including Medicare. You never need a referral at Wallace Eye Associates, and our method of next-generation cataract care is the most affordable in the state. There's only one team, one focus, your vision. Wallace Eye Associates.
And welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings. But now of our player segment. So joined by 2 Eagle baseball players. Go ahead and introduce yourselves.
Peyton Procell, freshman.
James Tishner, sophomore.
Good job. That's what I like to hear.
Yeah.
All right, so most critical question for, a guy my size. Favorite food, not favorite place to eat. Favorite food, Peyton.
Peanut butter sandwich is just peanut butter, no jelly.
Yeah.
I like that. I could go with no jelly, but I was not expecting that. And how about you?
I'm going to go crawfish etouffee.
Okay. That's what I'm talking about. Your family cook it or?
Oh, yeah,
good
grandma.
Deal. Grandma, that's what
Yes,
I'm
sir.
talking about. See, I'm not afraid to say that. Well, I'm not afraid to ask where you get it if it's a family thing.
Yeah.
We just can't be advertising for people who don't pay our bills. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, sir.
So, all right. So, Peyton, you were up here a couple weeks ago as our player of the week. And so favorite memory so far in your I know that last year you were JV or 8th grade. Favorite memory thus far in your baseball career at Menard?
I'd probably have to say probably my first hit in high school.
Okay, that's a good one.
Yeah.
And what game was that?
Versus Lakeside, because I didn't go to the game versus St. Mary's because of basketball.
We knew you missed that one. So,
Yeah.
But what about you? I know you've been. Well, first of all, how long have you been in Menard?
So 2 years.
2 years.
Yes,
Okay.
sir.
And where did you start? I mean, where were you before Menard? Excuse me.
I went to Peabody.
Okay.
But I did go to junior high at
Okay.
Menard.
Okay.
Yes, sir.
All right. So what's your favorite memory so far?
Probably.
And it could be a personal memory. It doesn't have to be the team memory.
Probably this year against St. Mary's.
Okay.
Whenever I hit that single for
the game winning.
Yes,
Yeah,
sir.
that was big.
Yep. Yeah.
And Danny, you talk about that one because you were that was one of the highlight moments of the game for you.
Yeah, we got to talk to him after the game and what he saw up at the plate and his approach at the plate. So talk us through that hit again so we can go through it.
Yeah, so I think I got down 0-2 and then came back all the way and then stuck with my approach. So lay off curveball, punt the fastball, and backside single.
Cool. So we'll go a couple of baseball questions before we get into some of the non. So both of you guys, you move around the field, you know, but if you had one position that you'd prefer to play, what would you prefer to play?
Probably pitch, honestly.
Pitch, you got to be on the hill? Okay.
Yeah.
What about you, James?
Either pitch or play third.
Okay. All right. Peyton, you do a real good job at the plate, going the other way. What's your approach when you go up to the plate?
Oh, I just think swing the bat. There's nothing else.
Just see-ball, hit
just
ball?
swings.
See-ball,
hit ball. Yes,
See-ball, hit ball. Okay.
Yes,
all right. James, it looked like you found something the other night against Grant on the mound. You know, your stuff is great. What do you think was working and you ready to carry that forward, moving?
Yeah, I think I just really remembered all my fundamentals and every lesson I've had, and then really done that and then performed it.
Okay, cool. Favorite baseball movie?
Sandlot for sure.
Sandlot,
Yeah.
okay.
Major League.
Major League, all right.
Oh, that's what I'm talking about. Favorite character in Sandlot?
Smalls probably.
Is it because the pool scene, or is it?
Yeah, definitely the pool scene. Yeah.
What about you? What's your favorite
I
character?
don't know his
Major League?
name, but the
That's fine.
one with the hair, the pitcher.
The pitcher.
Wild Thing.
Yeah.
Oh, Wild Thing.
No worries.
I don't know. I can't remember his character name, but
Ricky
yeah, Wild
Vaughn.
Thing.
Ricky Vaughn.
Yeah.
So,
So we're taking a vote for the season, and right now there's a clear lead. Who's the best dancer on the team?
Oh, by far me.
You?
I think it's me. I think it's me.
A new contestant in the run in here.
I've got to go Lane Evans.
Lane.
Gotta go Lane Evans.
Is Lane slipping y'all some five? No, he's just a dancer, huh?
Yeah, he's definitely that.
You know, he seems like the type young man who I'm not gonna say doesn't care, but seems like, and that's the thing about dancing. I mean, I was a decent dancer, but I was too nervous to do it.
Oh yeah.
Okay, so nobody knew. So that's part of it. Not only do you have to be able to move, but you have to have the courage to do it as well. So talking about the seasons, since we do need to get serious about it. Going forward, okay, I know we have district coming up this week, okay, and of course, James, you've been in this before. You've been in this. You've played Oakdale, okay. Different season. I'm not going to say the mentality's changed, but I would think with that win against Grant, you guys have some
momentum,
some positive momentum going forward.
Yes, sir.
So you encouraged about this schedule coming up?
Yeah, I think we'll really do good in district if we just honestly know, we know how to play baseball, and as long as we don't overthink it, I think we'll be fine.
And that's the thing about baseball. Baseball is, I mean, every sport is repetition. But baseball is really, I mean, I know throwing a football, catching a football is one thing, but baseball, it's the same thing, every day. So it becomes second nature. What about you? I know you're a freshman and you didn't play in varsity last year, but going into district, what are you thinking about? I like see-ball, hit ball.
Yeah, as a team, I'm looking to just win every game and just do whatever I can to help our team win, whether it be in a close game or even if it's a blowout, just do what I can to do.
I got you. Okay. Just one thing while he's not here, Coach Jordan's not here, but it's got to be something you can put on TV. Give me a Coach Jordan memory, James. It could be funny, it could be serious, or learning. What's that? Yeah.
Or can you imitate him? You got any Jordanisms or Coach Marksisms? Okay.
That's hard. Definitely hard to imitate. Favorite memory?
Or just a funny moment. Anything he says? Is there something that he says that you think about constantly? I mean, like in a good thing, or is there any? Like I said,
not really.
Okay, no worries.
Right. So another question we normally ask: besides your walk-up song, who's your favorite?
Oh yeah.
Oh. Probably Reeves.
Reeves?
Yeah.
All right, what is Reeves? We got our headsets on. I can't hear all of them. What was Reeves' song?
I don't know the song name, but I like it, though.
Okay.
I liked it.
What about you?
I really like mine, but I like Peyton's.
Peyton's? All right.
Yeah.
What's yours?
Sigma Boy.
Well,
Yeah.
I don't even
Just
know
a
what that
random
is.
song. Just a random song.
Yeah.
So nobody has picked Cooper's as their favorite?
No, I don't like
Oh,
that.
no.
We don't like. No.
Nah.
Did Cooper pick Cooper's?
No, he did not.
No.
Okay.
No. I think Lane picked that one.
Why does that not surprise me?
That's correct. Well, guys.
Me and Cooper were the only two freshmen that didn't get to pick their walk-up song.
Okay.
I know that's a tradition at LSU.
it is.
LSU does not. Freshmen do not get to pick their walk-up songs. The upperclassmen pick it for them.
Yeah.
So the rest of the story, okay. I got you. Okay, I like that. Well, guys, we appreciate y'all joining us. This next segment, we'll bring Coach Riley back, and we're going to introduce our BU Designs Player of the Week, and we'll be doing that here in just a second. Chuck, can you hear me? We're going to go to break here, if that's okay. We're going to go to break. So you're watching Around the Diamond with Turney and Marks on 446 Sports.
Central Louisiana. This is your home for live sports action. From the field to the court, 446 Sports delivers the games you love with expert commentary and passionate coverage. Cheer for your favorite athletes and relive the moments that define our community spirit. Our sponsors keep us in the game. Together, we bring you the best in local sports coverage. Join the 446 Sports family today. Watch, cheer, celebrate. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow us on social media. .446 Sports, where Central Louisiana comes to play.
And welcome back to Buffalo Wild Wings. We're now joined by Coach Riley again and our BU Design Player of the Week, sophomore Reeves Scroggs. Congratulations there, young man.
Thank you.
So Reeves had
Smattering of applause.
I told you the softball crew, man, they're like here, they're engaged. The baseball crew, they're eating, they're just enjoying themselves. So man, Reeves, you've had a very good season so far, and you had a great week, this past week, and congratulations on that. And I think Danny's gonna pull up your stats here in just a second. But what's different? What's different this year than last year? I mean, I know you're obviously playing more, but what's different this year from last year?
Definitely just.
Hold on, Reese. Pull that mic up so we can, and then put it closer to your mouth.
There you go.
All right, right there.
More at bats, just getting to see it more. Just having more confidence, I think. And yeah.
So now last year you played more second base, and I know that was probably just a matter of just who was on the field, because I know Trey was hurt early, and then Cohen pitched a lot. You like that move to shortstop?
Yes, sir. I think it's just more fun to be there and just make more plays.
Yeah, you're kind of the person right there. I mean,
Yes,
that was
sir.
that matter of fact, we're probably going to name that here shortly when I get in touch with Doug. That double play that you and Nico turned as the cool play of the week. That was a really good play there. Danny, what do you have for him?
So for the week, we got you went 3 for 4 because we only had one game. You went 3 for 4, 3 runs, 2 RBIs. You had 2 singles and a triple, right?
Yes, sir.
So you were seeing the ball. Of course, we talked about it earlier. Hitting's contagious. And you guys got on a roll. You started out with a single to lead the game off.
Yes, sir.
So talk about your approach at the plate and how you were seeing the ball last Friday night.
I was seeing it pretty good. I was thinking just back up the middle. And, yeah, the pitcher was just throwing strikes, and I was trying to get a barrel on the ball.
Okay.
Coach, talk about what it's like to coach a young man like this.
It's nice to have a guy that, truly buys into his craft. I see a lot of videos of him working with his trainer, and then, he's at practice and taking every rep seriously. So it's nice to have, and, it kind of sets an example for the guys around him that he's working this hard. Maybe I need to work that hard too. He sounds shortstop. When it comes defensively, you really can't get much better than that. And having, that reliable shortstop that is going to make plays for you, and having that penned into the lineup every single game, it's a good feeling, having that.
Good deal. Well, Reeves, congratulations again. We're going to keep you up here,
Yes,
but we're going to go ahead and pivot a little bit to this week. And district play, Coach. We have Oakdale first at Oakdale.
Yep.
Talk to us about the week. We have Oakdale, and then we come back and play at the Nest against the Vols. So talk about how big this week is coming up.
It's huge. One, you're starting district play, and those games matter for that reason. But also, you see the records right now. It's a pretty good week to be able to get power points. Get back on track with what we expect to do. We 8-win Oakdale Ball Club, and then a 7-win Vols. And it's 2 games that we feel like we'll be able to compete in for sure. And I think additionally, finally getting into the rhythm where you get out of the chaos of the tournaments and you get into district play and you're playing 2, maybe a third a week. You're finally going to see us, everybody buying into their roles, and with the pitching staff is, going into the week, okay, this guy has this game, and everybody else is in relief. I think so it helps with them, knowing what they're going to do, knowing what the job is, and buying into that.
Good deal.
So, yeah, that's what I was going to mention about, you had a week, basically a week off last week.
Mm-hmm.
You most of you guys pitched 2 innings, Rob and JD pitched 2 innings. So you got everybody available for this week, right? Okay. Reeves, did you go to, did we play Oakdale last year? Did we go to Oakdale?
Yes, sir.
Yeah. Okay. I haven't been to the Oakdale's field. What's it like out there? Do you remember?
Definitely not the best, but
that's what I was thinking.
Yeah. Yes,
okay. True home field advantage, though, right?
Yeah.
So, what about whenever you talk with the new district, Coach? And I know you weren't here last year, but what has that changed? Like I said, we don't have the history with. We do have the history with Oakdale, but don't have the history with the Port Barry and Rapides and Kinder. Has that been a difference, or do you know yet? Or
I really don't think so. I think it's going to be just as meaningful. From what I've heard, hearing them talk, even in the classroom and to the locker room, is that they have some connections to these guys.
Yes.
We have Coach Scully,
yes.
Drew Scully over at Kinder, and I know they really want to win that game. And then they play Rapides and the Vols, and they know a lot of guys on each of those teams. So it's it's going to have its own meaning. Obviously, you don't have the history of we play this team every year. It's a game that you want to win, but they're going to go into it with their hair on fire, knowing it's like, okay, I know these guys, or we plan on seeing them next week and next year, and you have these young guys that are going to see them a couple times before the district changes again. So I think it'll be about the same. I know it's a little change, but I think in terms of an intensity standpoint, they're going to see on the schedule, this is a district game, and it's my first time being able to play a district game. So I think the intensity is going to be about just the same.
So, and you said you don't have to tell us who, but you said you do have your 2 pitchers on line for this week, to start. Like I said, you don't have to mention them, but your Eagles will be on the road. They'll be at Oakdale on Tuesday. We'll be back at the Nest on Thursday. We will have the Vols game on Thursday on 446 Sports. Please come out and support the team live and go back and watch it, or you can put it on your phone at the game. We're a minute and a half delay, so you can see the replays.
Yeah.
So it actually works out pretty well. Reeves, congratulations again on your BU Designs Player of the Week. And look, that award's not just for this past game. You've had a great season so far, and we look forward to the second half. And so, Coach Riley, appreciate it. See, it wasn't that bad, was it, Coach?
It's not bad.
I figured you'd handle. Appreciate it. He came in late. We were on the fence on if Jordan was going to be here, but appreciate you guys out there. Great crowd again, like always. I know we were off last week, but the 3 weeks we've been here at Buffalo Wild Wings has been great. So appreciate you all. Danny Clear, Reeves Scruggs, Coach Riley Byers. I'm Nick Magnano. Chuck Perkins here. Thank you all. Good night and have a good evening.